days and 40 nights.
So hey guys, Rev Moses here, and welcome back to day 22 of our Lenten challenge. Glad to have you back, and you'll see that I'm up here in the office today because, sometimes some people got to work around here, But I thought I'd take a minute to do our Lenten challenge for today, and today is another mystery item, also sent from Amber and all of the students up along in Whitcliffe. Thank you, Whitcliffe students. Hey. Anyway, we are going to use this item that they sent for me to look at, and this is what it looks like. So these are, well, I won't say what they are yet, but this is the item that we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to be using, once again, the clock on my video here because my laptop isn't here. So we're going to start and see if I can do this in under at least 2 minutes. Go. These are rosary beads. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, they are beads that actually, you remember how the other day I was talking about prayer and that some people can just kind of do it willy-nilly. They can do it off the cuff. They can go outside and pray to God because it's important to have a conversation. Well, some folks at the same time, as much as prayer can be a conversation with God, it can also be a repetitive or a familiar way of communicating with Him too. This is why a lot of the prayers we say out in church are very familiar, or the same ones that we use over and over again, because they're usually used both for opportunities to teach how to pray or to get people familiar with the method of prayer or how to get into the right mindset for prayer. And rosary beads are basically used for exactly that, because each of the beads is an opportunity to pray a prayer over and over again. Like there are usually 5 to 7 beads in between larger beads, and the large beads represent one prayer, and the little ones in between each of those large beads represent another. And you would say these prayers over and over again, first of all, as a discipline. That's where it comes from. It's a disciplinary thing where you are teaching yourself the importance of prayer and that you should take time to do it, which is good. That's important. But it's also the idea that it was teaching you how, because some people, when they are first learning these things, when they're novices is a good word for it, there's your $5 word for the day, they're new to the faith or they're new to learning how we do things, they would use these to guide them through how to pray. Because I'll tell you something, guys, some of us are very fortunate that we were raised in our faith and in our religion, so we know how things go because our parents showed us. But some people found the faith on their own. And in order to learn how to pray, in order to learn how to communicate with God, in order to get comfortable in that conversation, they would use things like these to guide them. So that's basically what it is. But it's another neat thing too, and I'm going to quickly say this. It's a physical representation of prayer. And it's one of the few that we have. Because if you hold those up, even without using them to pray, they physically symbolize your prayers. Each of them knowing what each of them are as a prayer, and the big ones too, the symbol of the crucifix or cross on the end. It is like holding prayer, physically holding prayers in your hands. So that's what those are. I went over 2 minutes. I did. I went over 2 minutes. I can see it right here on the clock, at least 20 seconds over 2 minutes. But that's what it is. Those are rosary beads. They're used to guide people to pray. And think about that, guys. Today, that's something I want you to do for me. I want you not only to take prayer seriously, because, there's some times where we say grace before we eat. Some of you don't. You should. You should be thankful for what you have, and you should be thankful for your food you eat. But it's the idea, too, that some people are uncomfortable in prayer or unsure in prayer or how to pray. This is why the Lord had to teach us the Lord's Prayer, the one that we say, the Our Father, because we were so unsure of how we are supposed to talk to God. And the people back then, when they were first learning and getting to know Jesus, they were so uncomfortable and uncertain that they literally had to be shown how. So I want you to take a moment today to pray for somebody who might not know how. They could be in the faith, they could be outside the faith, they could be kind of a casual faith person. But I want you to think of somebody who you want to pray for today. And I want you to take the time to pray, to have a conversation with God about that person and why they are important to you, why you love them, or why you're praying for them. And that's something we should do every day. That can be our rosary. Because prayer is not just for us. It's us praying sometimes for others too. I hope that helps. I hope that says something about what the item was, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Stay safe, pray safe, and God bless.